What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video where in this one we're going to talk a little bit about some more OTA information, what we know of injuries and some stuff to look out for, and going to tell you everything that I see listed here. This information, just like our last OTA video, coming from 107 the fan. I'm sorry, 1075thefan.com. This information coming from Kevin Bowen, somebody who follows the Colts very closely. And he said players that didn't participate or didn't appear to be participating in the first OTA of 2025 included running back Jonathan Taylor. This is, again, voluntary work, voluntary OTAs. Okay, Jonathan Taylor working in Florida currently. Steichen said the Colts hope to have him back soon, and I'm sure he'll be there for, I believe there's a mandatory minicamp coming up on the 16th of June. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Then he should be there for that. Wide receiver Josh Downs with a soft tissue injury, and Drew Ogletree with a soft tissue injury. So Josh Downs, not what you want to see, but soft tissue injury that I assume he probably got while he was training and trying to work out. He probably pushed himself too much and ended up with soft tissue injury. So need him to get that as good as possible. Don't participate in OTAs. Minicamp coming up. If there's any lingering effect, don't worry about it. We need you to be ready to go in training camp and get your body right to go in training camp. Drew Ogletree, like, he's just always going to somehow pop up on an injury report. He has a soft tissue injury that he's dealing with right now, and same to him. Going to need the tight ends to stay healthy. Defensive end Samson Ebicom, who obviously recovering from a torn Achilles. It'll be interesting to see, when does he actually start to do work. Is he, this says, didn't appear to be participating, so I assume that's everything. So, like, at what point is he going to be able to do individual work? Because he's got to do individual work before he's able to get back into swinging things with the team. Now, luckily, we have enough defensive ends right now, right? We got a little bit of depth at that position. But Samson, for what he was for us a couple of years ago, would be real nice. Get him back on the field as soon as possible so that he can start that ramp-up process that happens for people after they come back from an Achilles tear, right? He's not going to be himself, certainly not right away. So, hoping to get him back on the field as soon as possible. Of course, you want him to do it in a timeline that's safe for him and that Achilles, but definitely want him to get back on the field as soon as possible. Then you have linebacker Zaire Franklin. Has a boot on his left leg after ankle surgery earlier this month. And that's one that I don't think we should worry about too much, but, ankle surgery is ankle surgery. That is definitely going to be something to watch. It's why people continue to talk about Jermaine Pratt to the Colts, right? And so we'll see what happens there, but seemingly should be fine. Linebacker Jalen Carley's recovering from offseason shoulder surgery. So both of our starting linebackers currently not practicing because of offseason surgeries. And hopefully Carley's is able to get back soon as well. Not really sure about either of these guys' timeline. Haven't really looked into it. I think they already said early on that Zaire Franklin should be ready for training camp. We'll see about Carley's. Got to get more information there. But then Charvarius Ward. And all it says here, there's not an injury. It says reintegrating into team drills after time away with his family. And if you listen to his press conference after he got signed, then you understand the family element in this for him, the things that he's gone through, and the things that, wanting to be there with his family, and as he transitions from San Francisco to Indy, family, very important for him. And so, of course, as the Colts always do, they're working with their players, especially their star players, to be able to make things happen and help him and his family out. So he should be back. That should be fine. And again, and shout out to Kevin Bowen for this information. It says here, reminder, this portion of the offseason program is still voluntary. The 3-day mini camp, June 10th to 12th, is the only mandatory portion of the spring. So I said, don't hold me to that. It's actually June 10th to 12th. Shout out to Kevin Bowen. Good information here. Wanted to get this injury information out to you guys, just at what we're looking at early on, just to, some big names. But luckily, Jonathan Taylor healthy, Travarius Ward healthy. They're just not with the team right now. But Josh Downs, Drew Ogletree, Samson Ebicom, Zaire Franklin, Jalen Carley's, all big-time names for the Colts and names that we're going to need to watch as we go into mandatory minicamp here in a couple weeks, and then into training camp here in, a little under 2 months away from training camp. So we're coming, man. We're coming up to the season. So gonna have plenty of content as time goes on. So if you enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure that you're subscribed with notifications on so you continue to get notified anytime we drop any content on this channel. Of course, appreciate you stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.